What we're going to be doing today is kind of a little comparison in baits. The fishing has been horrible around here. It's been cold, rainy. It's been awful. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to stand here in the garage and we're going to compare some baits, and I'll show you the baits that we're going to do. The two baits that we have is Gary Yamamoto custom baits, and the color don't matter, but it's in baby bass color, 5-inch Senko. You can see it there. This is your higher end baits, like $7 a pack, but you get 10 in this pack, or something like it's 7 or some junk like that. Pardon the mess. We got some work going on in here. Then on your cheaper side, we have some yummies, some yum dingers, and they are in watermelon, pearl, lamb, whatever lamb is, and it's 8-pack, and they're like $3 and something a pack. 8 in this one, 10 in this one. This is your higher end. This is your lower end. Go Big Blue. What we're going to do is we got the tripod set up. We got some trip hazards here in the floor. Cool wagon wheel, if you like the song. We have this little bitty hook, or not little bitty hook, it's probably a 4/0 offset worm hook. Got it in the trusty vise right here, and we're going to be hooking these baits. We're going to hook a worm to this. We're going to hook each worm. Probably what we'll do first is maybe Texas rig one, so we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with this different. Texas rig, Gary Yamamoto, then a yummy. We're going to do a little pull test, and we're going to see how they withstand, how much pressure we can put on one. I ain't got a gauge to measure the pressure, but you can kind of see me pull this sucker. Then we're going to rig it up wacky. We're going to try that. Then we'll try some other cool things. I got a torch over here. Hey, let's see which one burns better. We're just going to do some crazy stuff out here in the garage tonight, guys, and see if the high dollar bait will withstand more force or more bites than the yummy, the cheap bait. This is really bad to do, guys. Just kind of a little quick tip. Leaving your soft plastics on your hooks after you use them for a long period of time will rust the hooks. Then there you go, you got your swim jig all jacked up because your hook's rusted. So we need to take all these off that we can, like this little deal. Whatever. I got a sweet hood on this dually, as you can tell. But if you want to check out the dually, you need to jump over to my other YouTube channel, 606 Video. You can check out this dually. But enough chit chat. I done got 4 minutes worth here. Let's get at it and test this bait out. What we're going to start out with is the yum dinger. Normal Texas rig. This is probably the cleanest hookup that I've ever done. I'm trying to get the best thing here. Now this one, it has like a little cutout for the hook, and your Gary Yamamoto, it don't have one. This is the Gary Yamamoto. So all we're going to do right here, all we're going to simply do is I'm going to hold this hook right here, and I'm going to grab a hold of this. I'm going to get it right at the base of the hook right here. Right there at the hook, and we're just gonna start jerking, just pulling on it. It's probably gonna rip right in half. There you go. The bait is done ripped, the hook is out, but it's not off the eye right here, so that you can see the stretch in it that it done. All right, we're gonna take this one off, and we're gonna rig up. All right, now that bait's pretty much shot. You might still be able to use this part for a wacky rig. But there you go. That one is trashed. Alright guys, here we go. The Gary Yamamoto. And I can done tell you right now, look at this. Right there. That split out so bad trying to pull that through there. Versus the Yum. The Yum Dinger here has got just a little bit bigger area to go in, but this one's split right there. Now this is your high dollar bait, alright? So, let's start jerking on it. We're going to grab it right here at the base of the hook, just like we did the Yum. And I didn't penetrate this hook down in there. I just left it flush on top, kind of like the Yum would be. We're going to grab it here at the base and we're going to start pulling. Alright, now I can tell you there it goes. There it ripped. I pulled probably a little bit more on this one than the Yum. We're going to go ahead and pull this off the hook like that. Alright, now we're going to show you this. This is the Gary Yamamoto Yum Dinger. Now they split out pretty much the same, but you can see this one's got all kinds of salt down in it. The Yum Dinger, it has nothing. This one probably held up a little bit better as far as the pull test, but I'm going to tell you right now, putting it through the eye of the hook, or the hook through the top of this right here, the Gary Yamamoto split out. You can see it there. See it split out. The Yum Dinger did not do that. So what are we going to do with these two baits now? Well, we're going to try the wacky rig test. Alright, here you go. We got it back in the vise. And I just took this and just simply stuck it through there. I don't know if you can see that. This is not a wacky rig hook, but we're going to use it as one. And we're just going to grab it right here and we're going to pull up on it this time. It's going, instead of going straight out with it, we're going to go up with it. And see, here. I might double it over. Let's double it over like this. I'm just going to pull on it. Pulling, pulling. There we go. Ripped off. You see how much it split there. Not very bad. Alright. Here is the Gary Yamamoto on here. We're just going to pinch it like we did the Yum. We're going to pull, pull. Oh, son, it's got a lot more strength. There we go, split out. See it there. It's left some salt residue on my hook. Alright, before we try the next test that will probably never happen in real world situations as far as setting it on fire, let's go over these. The cheap bait, the Yum, held up really well in the Texas rig situation as far as sticking it through the front of the bait. It did not split out. It did when we got to pulling on it here where the hook point was. The Gary Yamamoto, it did split out, as you can see right there, just a little bit. Would it affect it? You know, your fish probably ain't going to destroy them like I did, pulling on them like that. But with them shaking and carrying on, it's going to throw your bait up the line. You know how like if you Texas rig one, how it slides up the line. Your Gary Yamamoto is probably going to screw up faster right here at the end. But as far as pressure, how much pressure I pulled, I'm not going to say, probably 5 pound, if that. The Yum Dinger split out probably, let's say 3 pound. The Gary Yamamoto 5 pound. And it's the same situation with the wacky rig that we did. This one held a lot more pressure, a lot more pulling force than the Yum Dinger. But I don't think I had the Yum Dinger, as you can see there, probably not dead center of the bait. Would it have mattered? Probably not. Is it worth the extra money to buy Gary Yamamoto's? And I've heard a lot of people talk about them, that they're good. You know, that's the first pack I've literally ever bought in my life. I'm a Yum Dinger person. I use Yum Dingers. I've heard and seen on a video from another YouTuber, the Gary Yamamoto wacky rig situation has a lot more action going down than the Yum Dingers. So I'm going to try that out also when we go to fish with these and see if I get more bites on the expensive bait versus this bait, and you can see they're pretty much the same color. The Yum Dinger has white on the bottom, and this one doesn't. This one has salt. This one doesn't, that I can see. I've used these baits, this color a lot, and have pretty good success with them. Gary Yamamoto's, like I said, I've never used, so we might try those. Just by going off this bait is more expensive, but it is a little bit tougher where the hook point is. Not so much at the very front of the worm of the Senko. So, is it worth buying the high dollar bait? Probably. You get 2 more sticks in it. So if you break it down, you know, you probably ain't paying as much more for this one. It seems like a lot when you're there, you know, you're buying it. You might get more fish on one single bait than you do the Yum. I don't know that because I haven't fished this bait. So the true test will be when I go fish this, if I get more fish on this bait versus this bait. And I'm not talking about more bites and stuff, which I probably will because it's got salt in it. But I'm talking about if I catch, say, 5 fish on this one, 5 fish on this one, which one will look the worst? And also, can I use this one for 5 fish? And can I use this one for 5 fish? This one might only go for 2 fish, and that one might only go for 2 fish. But you never know. So, the proof is in the pudding, I guess you would say. A lot of people loves the Gary Yamamoto's. I like the Yum Dingers. They're cheap. You can go through a bunch of them and not hurt your wallet too bad. But let's get on with setting these babies on fire and see which one burns the best. Alright guys, here we go. We got the torch lit up, ready to rock. We have the Gary Yamamoto versus the Yum Dinger. Let me scoot this out of the way where you can see that a little better. That just happened. There you go. Oh yeah. She's melting good. There we go. She caught fire there. We go over to the Yum Dinger. Woo, she caught fire quick, boys. Watch out now. Let me cut this light off so y'all can see. Check that out. Gary Yamamoto stopped burning. Then the good old Yum Dinger. She's still kicking, son. Let's set this one back on fire, see what happens. It's not going to stay on fire unless I keep putting the torch to her. Go ahead and blow them out. There you have it. In worst case scenario, if this sucker ever catches fire, your Yum Dinger, she's going to burn some good stuff. She's going to burn good. Your Gary Yamamoto, it's probably got so much salt and stuff in it, it just would not stay lit unless you had the torch on it the whole time. That was a cool experiment right there. There you have it. We got this huge crazy light over here to our right. The verdict, I guess I would say, the Gary Yamamoto is probably going to be your better bait as far as quality and toughness. Your Yum Dingers are good baits. Don't get me wrong on that. They are good baits. I'm not telling you which one to buy. I fish with the Yum Dingers because they're cheap and I like them. But let me show you what they look like after they're burnt. Here's your Yum Dinger, what it's supposed to look like. And there's what it looks like after it's melted. You got this little deal here, that, and then you got this crazy looking worm deal here. Now you could probably use this for bluegill. It looks kind of like not a night crawler, but a little red worm. Gary Yamamoto didn't do so well either, but it didn't catch fire and stay burning. You had to keep the torch on it. Which bait's better, I guess you would say? Which is tougher? I wish I had kind of like a pressure scale. I guess I could use my fish weigher and pull them, see what kind of pressure I actually put on the bait, as far as like a dial or something, you know what I'm talking about? Like a pressure dial or a scale kind of deal with a needle gauge. Might try to find one of those. If you think this video is pretty cool, we might try something else. We might buy some crankbaits or top water poppers. See which one's got the best hooks when you buy them. But still change them out. See which one's stronger with the hooks. Anything like that. If you think this video is pretty cool, it's kind of a cold night outside. Got this kerosene heater on here inside this garage. It's probably bad. It'll probably choke me out, but I ain't sure. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, it's something a little different, something that I don't think anybody's actually done as far as strength test on some. I've seen them like in water and pools and stuff, seeing which one's got the most vibrations and which one's got the most action and carrying on. But this is actual like test which one's stronger. The fish is probably never going to bite those like that, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the way I pulled it, what have you. But you got to see firsthand which one kind of held up more. I put more pressure. You probably couldn't see it on camera or whatever, but I put more pressure on the Gary Yamamoto to get it to break than I did the Yum on both tests. And the fire test is self-explanatory. You've seen that. So guys, if you like this video, drop down there and hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 500 and we're going to keep growing. Feel free to browse my channel. I got plenty more videos on here of catching fish and whatnot, just random junk. Drop on over to my other channel, 606 Video, if you like cars and you want to see some more of this dually build. I'm trying to get it, I got it running. You can see all that if you go over there. Check it out, guys. We're going to have the Mustang on there. I got a Camaro, just car shows in general, some random nonsense for my family and everything like that on that channel. Maybe changing that name from 606 Video to something else. We're probably going to be looking at a Fox Body Mustang tomorrow, which if you're watching this, it's today. Might be getting maybe that car to build a drag car. I don't know yet. But, guys, like I said, if you like this video, drop down there and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for the new subscribers that's jumped on board. Hope you stick around. Hopefully to have some more outdoor stuff, fishing, whatnot, anything outdoors is right here. Drop down there and hit that subscribe button, guys. We love each and every one. And we will see you guys on the next video.